A new car costs $800 in car payments, $150 for insurance, $140 for gas, and $100 for maintenance. You're like spending $15,000 a year, and this is the reality for most people buying a new car in this market. You work so hard for your money, but this is almost like throwing away your money. In this video, I want to walk you through two scenarios: the new car trap and the beater car. I want to show you exactly how the ugly car like this in your driveway can be your secret to building your first $100,000. In just 10 years, it turns into this number. I'll reveal that exact number later in this video. I'm also going to give you my beaters buyers checklist, so then you know how to find a car that runs forever. Imagine that you have $1,000 a month set for transportation, so you're at a fork on the road. Picture this: you're like Neo at the Matrix. Do you take the red pill or do you take the blue pill? The blue pill, you stay in the dream and you drive this sexy blue BMW, and it smells like new leather and success. Wow, it smells great. But it's a trap. You put $12,000 down, and that's your hard-earned money, and you commit $1,000 a month for the next 5 years. So the next 5 years, you're paying $60,000. And think about it, that's $72,000 total if you add this. And in 5 years, we hope the car is worth $20,000. So that's a $40,000 loss out the window. If this is the cost of driving a new car. Now let's take the red pill. This is path B, and you wake up and you aren't like everyone else. You start to see and you realize a car is not a tool, it's not a trophy. You buy that gray Toyota for $12,000 cash. You have no payments and you have zero debt. No debt. Because you have no debt, you take that same $1,000 and you invest that into an S&P 500, and you will get 10% returns. In 5 years, you have $75,000 in cash. And this is what gets even crazier. You keep driving that boring gray Toyota for 5 more years, and you keep putting that $1,000 down into the S&P, and you keep going. In 10 years, $193,000, almost $200,000. So this is the wealth gap, and this is what wealthy people know. Now that you see the math, you're probably thinking, but gee, I don't want to drive this piece of junk. Let me show you what a beater actually looks like. Prices of cars have skyrocketed. A new car these days costs $48,000. You heard me right, $48,000. Now, I'm not talking about some luxury car like a Mercedes-Benz, but your typical day-to-day car for the working class, like Chevys, Toyotas, Nissans. Now, most people think that a beater car is a deathmobile waiting to happen, like this or this. But I'm not telling you to buy a car that looks straight out of a horror movie or leaves you stranded on the highway during rush hour. Yes, these are beater cars, but how do I define a beater car? To me, it's a car that runs reliably, but it can come with small dents and chip paint. It might not be like this car on the lot. Yes, your friends may make fun of you, or you may get ashamed when you see that cute girl from school, but let me tell you, to me, a beater car is cheap to buy, it's easy to maintain, like simple oil changes to keep it going. It has to be super reliable. Instead of me telling you, let me show you my beater car. This is my Honda Accord. You might be thinking, this is not a beater car. It has tons of miles, it's speed up, and it's dinged to all types of places. If a grocery cart hit my car and dinged it up, I won't care too much about it, which is one of my most favorite things of owning a beater car, besides the low cost. Now let's talk about how to buy a car right. This part is the most important when it comes to buying a beater car. If you buy the wrong car, you're basically trading that car payment for bills at the mechanic, and you will have headaches and all the time. But if you buy it right, how I outline it, you're going to unlock a wealth building machine. All right, so down below, I'll have a full beaters checklist that you can download in the description below. But right now, I'm going to give you 3 non-negotiables, deal breakers. You don't get these, don't walk away, run away. No questions asked. Okay, so number 1, the mystery mobile. Everybody likes surprises, right? Wrong. In this case, in the car world, a surprise is like an engine or a transmission going out. That's $3,000. And if the owner has no records and no receipts, that's a mystery mobile. If maintenance is a mystery, let's just assume it's a ticking time bomb. So on to the next. Number 2, I like to call it the Frankenstein. If the title on the car says salvage or it's rebuilt, oh look, run. I call these cars the Frankensteins. They're often broken down, and for whatever reason, they're put back together. They often look great on the outside, and they're basically stitched up together after like a major accident. And this is what I call a broken asset. It'll be super hard to get insurance, but when you do, you're gonna have to pay premium for it, and it's almost impossible to sell it in the future. So you want something boring, reliable, and not like a monster that's been stitched up back to life. Number 3, the operator. This is the most important one. You tell a seller, hey, I'm gonna bring it to my guy to get it checked. Going back to the movie, you have someone called the operator, someone to help you, guide you, and the operator is also known as a mechanic. So if the seller says no, that's when you know you need to turn to a ghost. They want to sell you this car with hidden problems. They hope that you catch their problems. So spend that $150 for that pre-inspection check, and this is probably the best money that you can spend on a used car. No questions asked. There you have it. I hope that made sense. Drive that used car or beater car until the wheels fall off. Save the difference. Use that money to travel, to enjoy life, or invest the difference. Hey, it's your life. It's your choice. Listen to me or don't. See you next one. Peace.